Creative expression wants to be received. Love wants to be received. Yet people aren't ready to receive this frequency of love. Therefore, your creative expression is before its time. The people haven't gone through the necessary transformations to see life and love the way you do. Yet you have to follow your heart in order to be there for yourself, in order to be true to yourself. Many of you have taken this time to enjoy the people, festivities, and socializations for the last time before you leave. However, their lifestyle or activity just isn't something you can subscribe to anymore. You feel as if a friendship, social group, or channel has become too shallow, superficial, and you aren't able to hear the creator in this person, place, space, or group anymore. This is your truth, and the excitement that you once felt coming or going to this place or space no longer resonates with you. This is something that you've been pondering on for a minute. The Creator is calling you to trust that gut feeling. In all things, do it with love. And if you don't love this person, place, space, or anything anymore, then you won't be able to genuinely love. You'll be forcing yourself to change to keep up with it. And that's when attachments are formed, because you ignored your true feelings. Spirit's message to you is very specific. Remember, there was a time where you would have never entertained certain topics on spirituality, certain philosophies about belief systems, concepts on karma, magic, mysticism, and etc. Yet, your curiosity has brought you here. You've been able to receive messages, confirmations, signs. And in receiving confirmation, these signs have shown itself to you in more ways than you could have ever imagined. So how is it possible, if you aren't supposed to be here, there, or do this or that anymore, or be a part of that group or community anymore? Why would the Creator allow you to feel so deeply about something if you aren't supposed to continue doing it? The reason why something just doesn't feel right to you anymore is because the Creator is calling you to connect deeper with your own emotions and for you to decide what feels right for you. Sometimes we are called to detach from the people, places, and things that we once resonated with, that we once loved, so we could find our own way without remaining in the shadows of someone else's interpretation of the Creator. For many of you, this video will be our final goodbye. Not because you've done anything wrong or that I have, but that the time has come for us to follow the roads that we are being guided towards. So I say this with a full heart and tears in my eyes, that I love you and I am honored to share a space of love with you. And I hope you receive everything your heart desires, knowing that above all else, you stay true to you. I'm glad that our paths were able to cross. With love, TT. Taurus, welcome to the channel, Taurus. I'm super excited to get into your reading. We got some cards already out here. So before we get into what messages that you need to hear, Taurus, let's talk about timing, okay? Because for those of you that are still here, something may feel like bad timing, right? Bad timing. You may experience a decrease of something while you're also going through something else personally. With those two things happening at the same time, you got a decrease in this area, you have this going on in your personal life, and you are also going through your own soul searching and your own spiritual enlightenment. And as you're entering into this universal year 9 that's coming up, you are completing a spiritual cycle that relates to some sort of past life karma. And it has something to do with abandonment, right? Losing people, losing relationships, whether that's professional, romantic, or platonic. In past lives, you came here with something to heal, and you needed to heal from constantly being struck down, constantly being having things taken from you. You guys have past lives where a lot of injustice. Okay, the reasons why you lost a lot wasn't because of something that you did personally or something that you did wrong. You lost it because you just are above you're before your time. You're constantly going to be before your time. And so in every incarnation, you are always bringing some type of spiritual evolution, some type of spiritual insight, and the time period that you incarnate in, it's a stretch, right? It's like a point where God consciousness, source consciousness, and humanity meets, and you guys touch and agree. Sometimes that space in between is so far away that it's hard for humanity to receive you and receive your enlightenment. And so what happens when there's such a big gap like that, oftentimes one has to cancel out the other. Survival of the fittest, right? But in this lifetime, instead of being the one that's meant to sacrifice yourself, right? The one that's meant to, I know how this goes, it doesn't end well for me type of, ending of story. You're the bridge. So you're the empty blank space. That is the space that you are creating. That is the space that you are holding for humanity that will bridge the creator and what that looks like and humanity. And the space in between is what I would describe like a medium. Okay. And so many of you will have different modalities of that expression, whether it's singing, dance, anything that the creator has given you as a talent, a gift, is your medium. It is your expression, your creative expression. And that medium will have its limitations, as with everything. So it's never going to feel like the right time for those that are bridging the gap between the disconnect, between the connection. But as long as you are doing everything that you are doing today with love, as long as you are leading in that frequency, no matter what the money looks like, no matter what the people say, no matter what recognition you either do or don't receive, then you are still in alignment. You are still touching in agreement with why you are here, your soul's purpose. See, I'm not here to speak to the ego through shadow work anymore, or connect to the infinite possibilities. This is about trusting your soul, being able to recognize the voice of your soul. And that's a different type of communication. That's a different type of understanding. And a part of making that transition, right? Bridging that gap. It's going to always happen during an uncomfortable time in your life. It's going to be unpredictable. It's going to push your comfort zones. It's going to make you feel so uncomfortable that you want to give up. But through that pain, through that discomfort, you will persevere. A simple shift or a simple tweak in your perspective. See it as an adventure. Okay? See it as an adventure. See it as an opportunity to look forward rather than behind you. To fly. To defy the odds. To go where no one has been before. To push those limitations. To see what you are physically capable of in this lifetime. And every step along the way, you'll care less and less and less and less what people say about you, how they feel, what their perception are of you. All right, I'm seeing someone go into their creative space. Go into their laboratory, okay? Go into your secret lab, and you have the answers that you've been seeking now. You have the confirmations that you've been waiting for. And now all you have to do is go into it. Now all you have to do is fall. Free fall. All right, I'm seeing here returning from some type of travel, holiday. Some of you, like, you're going to see this after you return from some type of holiday. Confirmation if you do, but you don't have to. But if you see this as you're returning back from a holiday or function or whatever, you're going to see this reading, and it's like you're going to have a moment of reflection. Like, I remember there was a time where I would be around certain people, certain places and spaces, and you would be able to feel like you don't want to be there or you don't belong. But however, like this time when you go back around, you don't feel that abandonment. You don't feel like you don't belong. Not because now they're accepting you or now they're saying what you want to hear, but because you've healed. That's how you're going to know that you healed from something. It's because when you reflect on it, there's a quietness, there's a still where you're no longer triggered. You're no longer emotionally responding to situations. You're able to see the simulation. You're able to see why humanity is the way that they are, why the people are the way that they are, but you don't internalize it. And I feel like that's the healing space. It's like you're free from internalizing these experiences as personal. I feel like you were trying to find your voice. Some of you guys were going through you were learning to use your throat chakra on a different frequency. That's how I feel. Something's about to shift. Something's about to shift in you a lot. And it's like that hermit journey for this phase of your life is done. It's done. You've cleared your karma. Now you can move forward optimistically. Because you know the pain doesn't belong to you. And you no longer have to create from a space of pain. We have the vast universe in reverse. You have discovery. You know your intentions now on why you are curious about this or curious about that. You know the direction that you're going in. You know the adventure, the exploration that you're embarking in. And I do see with the stuck energy here that as you release this attachment, it's going to feel some type of way. So as anything that's been attached to you codependently is going to struggle with saying goodbye. They're going to struggle with letting go of your energy, because that's how attachment energy interacts with earth angels. It's this type of energy of it shifts from being, I don't agree with something, to I want to change you. And then the third step is I want to change myself so I can stay with you. Do you see what I'm saying with attachment in reverse? And 888 is saying that it's like, no, I can work on myself. I can get myself ready. I can go too, because there's so much elevation here with crop circles. And so you know that energy of when you feel like you're about to miss out on something, then you want to apply yourself. It's like procrastination. When you feel like you're going to miss out on something good, or you're going to be left behind, that which is also a scarcity mindset. And I feel like you're on to something new. You're having a breakthrough. You're like elevating at a rapid rate. So let's see. Let's get some tarot on it. I got 5 on it. Dun, 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 dun. See, a lot of times it starts off by wanting you to come back to the old version of you, missing the old version of you. And so what attachment energy will do, it will isolate you or ostracize you and make you feel as if you won't belong anywhere else if you don't conform, if you don't do what the majority is doing. You won't make it in this town. You won't make it in this industry. You won't make it far trying to be different, trying to go against the grain, trying to look for something that doesn't need to be looked for, trying to change something that doesn't want to be changed. And so when you cut those leads and you cut those attachments, and you surrender it, you're doing the opposite of what those people, places, things, attachments were trying to get you to do. It was no, come over here. This is what we want you to do. Talk you down. And so instead, you looked within. You looked within and said, you know what? Let me evaluate my intentions. Let me make sure I'm in alignment with what I want to be doing, that I'm loving what I want to be doing, that I'm being who my soul wants to be. Because sometimes we can come across soulmates and past life connections that want us to play out a familiar storyline from a past life with them all over again. But just because you recognize the soul, or you know, or you can remember that past life, doesn't mean that this lifetime you're intended to do it the same way you did it in a past life. After spirit already revealed to you that in a past life, it didn't end well in that past life. So inductive reasoning, we can come to the same conclusion that it ain't going to end well in this lifetime. Because all of that information is stored in our Akashic. Our Akashic has revealed to us the confirmation that we needed for today. But if you weren't desiring for more, then yeah, you would go back to an attachment. Yeah, you would stay in your comfort zone. But with the vast universe in reverse, you've already been exposed to being able to recognize the creator in so many different ways. You can communicate with the creator through trees. You can communicate through the creator through tarot. You can communicate through the creator with just sitting down and being still. And how is that possible? It's not possible if the creator was only in one place, one space, and with one community or group or religion. It doesn't make any sense. It's a contradiction. So on the journey of remembering who you are, you remember where that source comes from. And there's more where that came from. The moon. And now your curiosity is piqued. And it's like, I want to know more. I want to learn more. I want to see more. I want to be free. I want to discover parts about myself that I never knew existed. And I don't want to feel ashamed about it. I don't want to feel judged about it. I don't want to feel restricted about it. I just want to be. Do something for me this time. I feel like that's the energy that you're in. Whatever truckload, whatever murky waters, whatever situation, it's not personal. It's not personal. And so someone sees you as rare, a diamond, but they never wanted you to become wiser than just feeling like you're someone else's rare find. Someone here, let's talk about love for a second, okay? Because I do see a lot of love. Okay? I do see a lot of love expressions here, romantic love, that is. Yes, someone wanted you to see how special you are, how rare you are, how gifted you are. but they never wanted you to feel as if you're so special to the point where you wouldn't want them. You understand? They wanted you to feel special, rare, and deserving of their love, like you were made for them. But they never wanted you to take that knowing and desire just you. You know, like you fell in love with yourself in the process of someone else wanting you to see your worth. And now that you're in love with yourself, they set you on the right course, but they never could have predicted or foreseen that you would have no longer desired to be with that person. You see what I'm saying? You would have no longer desired to do all this work on yourself, discover all of this about yourself, become the best version of yourself, not to want to give it to a partner, not to want to give it to someone that, yeah, maybe you do share a past life with them. But in this lifetime, you desire being free more than you desire to belong to someone. And that is something that a romantic interest just didn't see coming. I don't think this person saw that coming. So I feel like you've triggered someone's ego isn't the word. I feel like it's pride. Territorial side. I feel like you've triggered someone's territorial side. Maybe once upon a time you cared about this person's perspective of you, you know, how they viewed you, what they thought of you, how, you know, if you cared about what they thought about you or what you were doing or what you weren't doing. I feel like that has changed. And you've set yourself on your own path. You've created your own lane. I think this person, they really liked that you cared about how they perceived you. They liked that about you. I feel like liked as in past tense. Spirit, show me discovery. But like now, whatever perception that they have of you doesn't matter to you. Doesn't matter if this person thinks you're wrong or right. Doesn't matter if this person thinks that you're going too far, or if you are, I feel like you've said goodbye. You've sent someone off with love. And I mean, they can feel every last chord like pop, pop, popping. It's like someone's grasp on you has really just been like, okay, it's the best way. I just literally had a vision. The sun. Whew. The creator came for you. So for you, your Kundalini awakening was different for others. I feel like your Kundalini awakening was, it was like lightning, being struck by lightning. It created a clear, straight staircase to source consciousness. And every other attachment that was communicating to you along your spinal cord, between your crown and your root, every other communication that had attached itself to you, that was filtering that direct line of communication between you and source, it was zapped like lightning. Yep. And you discovered clear communication, no smoke screens, no elaborate show, just bare. And all of this data, all of this knowledge, data, and infinite wisdom, just you just woke up one day and it was already there. You just woke up one day and whatever upload, whatever download, whatever software update you received, it was, it was ancient, like dragon. Ancient dragon. Clarify the vast universe. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Oh yeah, you know your roots. You know your roots. You let go of anything. You'll let go of anything that doesn't serve you. But you're patient. You're patient and you wait for the signs. You wait for the signs of the times. Yeah. So you're being delivered from the grasp of something that wanted you to commit, submit, convert, or support a cause, a thing, whatever in the fuck. Okay? Sacrifice your belief system. Four of Swords. Make peace. Sacrifice your belief system. You realize that someone really had no power. Without you, someone really has no power. But through them, you have been reborn. I mean, she just gives me such royal energy, like for real. Like she just gives me a goddess presence. Angelic, regal, psychic. emotionally balanced, intelligent, like you, the aura, different, okay? You're not for everybody. This is also your confirmation if you've been feeling as if you don't want to marry, you don't want to be in a relationship with someone, you don't aspire to be connected in that way. You want to be free. You don't want to collaborate. You don't want to connect yourself with anyone. I think somebody wanted you to aspire and desire to be connected with someone, to feel safe, protected, like I'll protect you, I'll cover you, I'll have your back. And whatever download, whatever ascension download, direct connection that you have like unlocked in your DNA, you know it's all a gimmick. It's all a gimmick. It comes at a price, and the price is to sacrifice doing and being who you are with love. You wouldn't be able to be the best version of yourself subscribing to something that you don't believe in. You wouldn't be able to be who you are This is strongly for my Taurians that do not want a relationship. Don't want a relationship. You don't want to be married. You don't want to be with one person. You want to love everybody. And someone wanted you to change that about yourself. That you don't need everybody and you just want one person. And I think that you want many. I feel like you have a love that's so great, as deep as the sea. And all of the beings here on earth wouldn't be able to understand that. Because they don't know who they are. And so they're still looking for their one, they're still looking for their person, they're still looking for something. But you're so free as a bird, you're so free. That it feels wrong to put a limitation on your love. And there's so many expressions of love. But the first thing that majority of territorial energy is triggered, it feels like I don't want anyone else to have this. Okay? I want to be the only one that has this, that gets this, that experienced this. And so many of you will come across people that you will trigger. So when you get to an energy where you have to literally put those rose-colored glasses on, trap yourself, blind yourself, ignore, where you have to use your own intuition and use your own high priestess energy to lie to yourself. That's like casting a spell over yourself, telling yourself that something isn't real because you don't want to lose it. That's the way in which they had you operate in your intuition at first. To use your own delusion to convince yourself that this is an aspiration. And at the age, some of y'all between the ages of 4 You cast this spell over yourself, put the rose-colored glasses on. When they teach you or condition you from young with the Eight of Swords, one of those limited belief systems. Aspire to marry, aspire to keep a relationship. The state of humanity is aspiring to find someone to grow old with, aspiring not to die alone. But who said being alone meant you were lonely, you know? And why is that the end game? Why is that the objective? Who told you that was the objective? That was the highest that you can go, the greatest that you can do, the brightest star that you could follow. Who gave you that? That's why they didn't want you. That's why they didn't want you to learn about other philosophies and to learn lessons. This is why they coerced you to, in the past, yes, I can see that. They've coerced you to, work it out. Forgive, let it go. Ignore what that person did. Because every time that you have to do that, and you convince yourself, okay, we started a clean slate, we forgave each other, and then it happens again. The reason why it's so painful is because you're like, damn, what's the point of forgiving you just for you to do it again? The point of forgiving you is to learn the lesson, not to repeat it. But if the person repeats it over and over and over again, then you're casting a spell over yourself to believe that the forgiveness that you gave was really over, that it was really going to change something. Because the truth of the matter is that you can't forgive someone else for their actions. We can only forgive ourselves. It's their responsibility to forgive themselves for what they did or did not know, and to set themselves free. But you sticking around, staying in those situations, believing that you can get them to see by being the example, is a sacrificial lamb. And so nobody else can put that wool over your eyes. You have to do it. The moment that you subscribe or believe that that's something that you need to do, or that's something that the Creator would want you to do. And I feel like you've come to a point in your journey where you've discovered the true meaning of I am. And who you are to you. So you're stepping into your goddess energy. Six of Wands. And here they come. I'm hearing a swarm of bees, okay? I heard you've been a busy bee. You've been a busybody. Like a swarm of bees. Something about a swamp could be significant. A bayou could be significant. Here this attachment comes. Stuck energy, Spirit. You're being taken to new heights because the energy is too muggy. Yeah, you're being taken to new heights. And so all of the human beings here on earth that have been brainwashed by those that have established the illusion, those that have been misusing divine feminine energy. Like in every lifetime, they're coming for you. Judgment call in reverse. Yep, Knight of Swords. So I promise you I will fight. And it's going to start with your friends. It's going to start, and so it begins. Your friends, your social groups, your communities. They've already received. They don't even know it. The sword that they are raising in secret, you are already aware of it. And these people at this vibration, in this stuck frequency, the weapon has been put in their hands. And they're utilizing them as casualties in their war against you. I heard let them come. So the Nine of Wands in reverse is damn, you a bad mama jamma. Even in pajamas. The Devil in reverse. Oh, man. You know that they plan on stabbing you. You know that they plan on using people close to you to hurt you. You know that. But except this time, you will look them in the eye. But instead of looking at the person that's doing it to you, you're going to be able to see the charlatan puppeteering the person to do it to you. And it won't hurt the same. Magician. When the pot calls the kettle black. That's what this is. Of course, it's going to call you the bad guy. Of course you have to be the bad guy. There is no other way to secure. They just wanted confirmation that you were who they thought you were. They just wanted confirmation that the spirit that they thought finally, because they always knew you were going to incarnate. What they didn't know was that you were already placed here long before you even knew it. I just got chills. They were just waiting for you to shine your light bright enough so they can be attracted to it. And then based off of how you respond to their agenda and initiative to control you and wield your power that you possess, because they don't speak Drogon. They don't speak the dragon. They don't speak your language. They don't know your tongue. They just needed confirmation. That you were the medium. that this consciousness was expressing through. Which is why at first they were celebrating you. They were exalting you. But they be damned if you cut them off. They be damned if you don't let them reach inside of you and control your head, right? Then they try to convince you that that's the only way you're going to be accepted. You are the reincarnate that they have feared would come, because this is the signs of the times. That this is a part of a prophecy. This is a part of a prophecy that ends the magician. The biggest betrayal of them all, the biggest trick that was ever performed. Their time is up. And the crazy part about it is all of the people that are stuck in these karmic cycles and these illusions and these traps at this vibration belong to this goddess. And so of course you're going to use her own descendants, her own kind, her own people to work against her. Who would have thought? Damn, so you are the Alpha and the Omega. You protect you. You know how they say you need the Alpha to protect the Omega? You are the Alpha and the Omega. You are one of one. But don't get it twisted. Not everybody can unlock both aspects of themselves and use it simultaneously. They're still on a paradigm of duality. Y'all are operating from wholeness, infinite wholeness. Damn. And you have gifts of all the gifts that were spoken of as evil. Okay. Beauty, wits, brains, intelligence, manipulation. What's the other ones? Shape-shifting. What's the other ones? Fire. All the elements. Like that's what a lot of cultures, like the Avatar, depicts. Like being all elements. This is your inheritance. This is your inheritance. Oh my goodness. So you are signs of the times, and we have death in reverse. This is the refusal to let my people go. So I'm hearing your wish is my command. And so a spell has been casted It's like a bribe here. There's a bribe here. What is this bribe? It's like, well, you're going to lose numbers. You're going to lose momentum. You're going to lose support. You're going to lose this. And you'll be in a sea or a world where no one will ever come find you. No one will ever know where to find you. No one would ever seek you out. And for all eternity. That's the curse. That's the curse of their spirit. For all eternity. You'll never have what your heart desires. And it's like they're telepathically, psychologically communicating this to you. Is it worth it? Is being alone, never having your counterpart, never having this lifestyle that you want, this projection of a lifestyle that you want, is all of that worth it for these people? Is all of that worth it for this level of consciousness? Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah. And you will sow seeds, and you will love what you do, because that's the God in you. That's the Creator in you. All by yourself. Because you find that it is good. Not what the rest of the world thinks, or how the rest of the world perceives you. But to wake up every single day and do what you love and love what you do. There I am. So I feel like you welcome bad news. Because the only bad news it's going to really be for is the person that can't get over you, the person that can't let go of you, the energy, the source, the consciousness that is disturbed by you. It's only bad news for them. It's always good news for you because you love what you do. So fuck the haters and the criticism and the naysayers. Because they really thought they were controlling something. They really thought they had power and pull over you. I can make you jump. I can make you skip. I can make you bite your tongue. How about I can make you continue to come and annoy and bother someone that you can never change. So who wins? Who really wins when someone spends their entire life coming towards you to make you experience some type of karma, make you experience some type of regret? But every single day they come, it's not a bother to you. Every single day that they come, every single day that they come, they get to see you still expressing what you love. So you win. Do you see what I'm saying? You win. And that is the power of receiving your love from within. Receiving your love from the Creator within and living a life of free expression that has no end. Taurus, these are the messages that I have for you, my love. I will see you in the next channel message. Bye-bye.